Hi again. This is KLX Gematria, and I've not done this live stream in a while. Before I start, I want to change my background because I don't know why I got this background in. So I'm going to change my background on my phone. So home screen. Well, that's better. Yeah. Not been doing a live stream in a while, but I mean, I have got one plan, which is Malcolm X. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be doing Malcolm X soon, but not right now. And I mean, I put a message on Zachary Hubbard's channel. I mean, I was just being I was just being funny about, oh, I wish I was mentioned, you know, because he was recommending YouTube channels to watch while he's working on his book. And he said to me that if you're active on live chat, he would have given you a mention. But the reason why I couldn't be active at that time, because sometimes, because of the time difference, sometimes I don't have time to watch his live streams all the time, so it's a bit hard. So there you go. I mean, he's live right now. I mean, another thing to mention, I don't think I often know how to schedule my live stream so people know I'm being live. So I'm putting it out there now. So like I say, I'm just putting on right now that I'm on live. I'm on Ghetto as well. I mean, I know people have said that Ghetto is run by a Chinese billionaire, this and that, but I mean, all these platforms, they are controlled to some extent. I mean, people say Gab, but then I heard Gab is also controlled, but then it's hard to know. It's hard to find any platform that's not controlled. Unless it's made by someone who is not in the pocket of people that want to do harm, or just control opposition. We're gonna do that, but anyway. So I'm gonna do some decodes, but I'm just gonna also come across this piece of news. Well, thanks Soviet Communist takeover from Twitter. I mean, for those who don't know, this is the White House spokesperson for the Democrats, the Democrat government in the United States. Apparently, she worked for an Israeli spy firm. And now this is off topic from Gematria, because I'm thinking that sometimes if I do a live stream, I can always talk about stuff that's not Gematria related. You know, lots of news is controlled by the numbers. But the reason I bring this up, because this proves that it doesn't matter what country it is, they just simply work together. This is just proof of that. But this person works for Israeli spy firm, says the Electronic Intifada. I mean, isn't it strange that they always say, oh, oh, China's spying on us or Russia's spying on us, then you bring up, but then they never bring up Israel spying on the United States. I don't know why, but I suspect, but it's pretty obvious to me. Hey King Kai, King Kale. Did I say King Kai? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was even a funny story saying that Mark Zuckerberg and her are the same person. Basically, Mark Zuckerberg is playing her, but that's a different story. I don't want to get into that. So, the reason why I'm here, let me just take that off. Okay, the reason why I'm here because I came across a story. This is from Hugh Grant. For those, I'll just do a quick bio of Hugh Grant. So this is Hugh Grant, British actor, Golden Globe, BAFTA Award. Let me start off by saying, I remember the film. I remember that film he appeared in, that famous film he appeared in. It was 4 Weddings and a Funeral. This one here. I've never really rated this guy. I mean, he's supposedly a comedy actor of sorts. He might have done serious roles as well, but I never rated this guy. I don't get. I mean, in Britain we seem to overrate our actors for some reason. When I say overrate, they make out to be as good as they actually are. This guy's overrated. So he tweets this yesterday. 5:54. Actually, now that I'm on, instead of using the app or the online one, I want to show you this. This is Matrix Pocket Decoder. I think Zenith posted it. So I've already got decodes. I've already got the decodes on him, on this guy. So anyway, back to Hugh Grant. He tweets the story. Sorry. He tweets about Saturday. He's going to protest or take part in the protest involving many people that are protesting against Boris Johnson. Let me just read the context of it. No more greed. Never have I seen more business going bust, more people in poverty, such a great divide between rich and poor, so much corruption in our government. It has to change, and it starts Saturday. Well, there's a problem with these protests and why I fucking hate them. Yeah, I'm gonna use some swearing. I fucking hate these protests because they don't do anything to address the issues that's affecting this country, or the rest of the world for that matter. You can protest against the government that's in power, but what it leads to, it does. I mean, a lot of these protests are contrived to a large extent. The public who take part, they might be well-meaning, but they are sheep. I'm sorry, they are sheep. They have no idea they're being played. And Hugh Grant is an actor. I mean, look. Let's look at Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant in gematria is 139. Freemason is 139, so he's a Freemason. In the prime cipher, his name is 322. The reason why I bring up 322 because Skull and Bones is 322. So, and also his name is 40, and I'm going to show you why 40 is an important number. Date numerology is 40. His tweet happened yesterday with 40 on the 47th day. Government is 47. Agent is 47. Hugh Grant equals 40 in reverse ordinal, and hence yesterday the date number was 40. So undoubtedly Hugh Grant was going to be tweeting yesterday because his numbers match the date numerology, hence you get a tweet from him. I don't know about you, but if you, to me, here's the bottom line: if you get a tweet, if you get a news story, and it happens more than once, it's not a coincidence. Coincidence might happen once or twice, but if it happens quite often, and it does, then it's not coincidence anymore. It becomes contrived. Because this is gematria we're talking about. The practice of coding numbers into words goes back to the Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism. And a big shout out to David Livingston, who someone got into contact with. He's a researcher. Was gonna bring his Patreon up, but or his website. Someone contacted him, showing him gematria, and he seemed fascinated by it. He doesn't talk gematria, but he has a. I mean, look, he's got 4 volumes. He's got very good information here. I mean, he talks about Kabbalah, the development, resulted in ancient mysteries, Greek philosophy, Hermetism, and Gnosticism. Penetrated the rest of them through the Crusades. You know, that's how. I mean, yeah, that's how far the Kabbalah goes back. I mean, it's really around the 1600s. They say that they started scripting world history by using gematria. I suspect gematria was used in the Templars' time around Europe when they were ruling Europe. Hence, the Templars were working for the Catholic Church. Looks like I got some people watching, which is good. Well, by the way, thank you very much for subscribing. 121 subscribers, just thank you. But as pointed out one time, when they do these, what do you call it? What was I going to say? When they do these live streams, when you set up a YouTube channel and it's like, for example, Rambo. He's got one called Truth Codes. If I could find it, I do have him somewhere. Don't know if it's, yeah. He's got 2,000, yeah, and he's been, even though he's been on TFR quite regularly, and it's interesting that people who have YouTubed a while, they've only got that many subscribers. I mean, me, I've only been for 1 year and I've only got 120 subscribers. I mean, I'm not really bothered how much subscribers I do have, but one thing that baffles me, despite having that many subscribers, I don't get that many views. I don't know why. And I have discovered that when I look at my YouTube channel, it seems like they are suppressing my views, because when I access the YouTube studio, it shows that my channel views are much different than what YouTube is showing. So they are, to some extent, restricting my views. But there you go. So back to Hugh Grant. He in gematria in one of the 4 base ciphers equals 40. Hugh Grant is 139. Freemason 139. And date numerology yesterday is 40. So he makes that tweet on the 40 date numerology, and his name equals 40. And like I say, I very overrated. Hey Simon, nice to see you. So as I was saying, it proves once again that they are undoubtedly, their tweets are not organic. And actually there is something I don't mention or have mentioned, I don't know if I have mentioned, that there is of course an organic side to gematria, organic side, which is that things happen by the numbers but they are organic. I think, like, if we're talking about ourselves, our lives are organic. Our lives might, obviously I'm not privy to this opinion, but I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying I endorse his opinion necessarily, but our lives are organic by the numbers. But then people shouldn't get, people who dismiss gematria say, oh, it means that everything's organic by the numbers. It means the news stories are organic. No, but not necessarily, because when you learn this code, when you realize how often these stories are by the numbers, you realize there's always a synchronicity that occurs with these news stories, and it's no longer organic. It's very contrived. These stories are contrived. I mean, does anyone think that he's tweeting this out? Does anyone think that he tweeted the story out yesterday simply because he wanted to voice his opinion? No, he didn't. I mean, hacked off Hugh. Just a quick scope on hacked off. Let me just decode hacked off. See what I find. Oh my god. Hacked off equals 40. I mean, did I not say coincidence? Did I not say coincidence? Because it's not a coincidence. Again, let me go back again. Hugh Grant's 40. Date Neural is 40. Hugh Grant's 40, and hacked off is also 40. And I was gonna Google. Actually, I'll Google it since I've got some time. I'll quickly explain what hacked off is. Hacked off is an organization that is it started in 2011, basically. And a lot of allegations of phone hacking. I mean, it's interesting that they shut down the News of the World when this story occurred. I mean, News of the World is a Murdoch owned newspaper. They registered this website. Now the agenda. This is alleged. Their agenda was. There were people that were following hacked off. They say that hacked off's agenda is to have some kind of press regulator to regulate the press. Now, there are those who think the press should be regulated, should be held accountable. Now, I'm in favour of holding not just the media accountable, but politicians accountable. Anyone that does bad stuff should be held accountable. But here's a problem: these people, these celebrities, who took part in hacked off. I mean, you got Hugh Grant and Charlotte Church, these famous people who allegedly, I'm saying allegedly, were spied. I don't want to start talking about this story and do a decode on the story, but obviously I'm convinced that this is a bullshit story about these phone hacking allegations. might be some truth in it, but I don't buy into their bullshit because it seems like they are you know, heroes, but they're not heroes. They're just actors. I mean, there's some images hacked off. I mean, here he is, Hugh Grant. We're talking about. His name is 40. Hacked off is 40. That's why he's with hacked off. I mean, this guy was on Sky. Was it? Not Sky News. Newsnight and that, you know. I mean, he's making it. I mean, he's making out that he's you know, he's against Boris Johnson. He's against this. Let's be real. Let's be real. These people are not your friends. These celebrities are not your friends. These people are hypocrites. It reminds you of the United States, where George Bush was in power. All these left-leaning liberals, celebrities, all these liberal celebrities. Again, the left-right paradigm is bullshit. So I don't want to tell you why it's bullshit. You probably know yourself it's bullshit. They'll be like, oh, George Bush was terrible. He invaded Iraq. War crimes were committed. Some famous celebrities at the time in America, they were saying that, yeah, musicians, actors, whoever. And then Obama comes in, and what do? They say nothing. Donald Trump, suddenly they're back to being political activists again. Now Joe Biden, again, quiet. Same thing here. I mean, Tony Blair's time, where was Hugh Grant? Did he say, did he and Charlotte Church say anything about Tony Blair? Maybe they said something about Iraq, I don't know. But, I mean, really, does anyone think that these people, I mean, if they were really genuine, and they're not genuine, I'm not convinced they're genuine, because they're bullshit. They are bullshit actors. Theatrical actors. I mean, the biggest giveaway that they're actors is that they're professional actors, aren't they? So why should anyone take their words seriously? If they just protest only against a government that isn't Labour, that's Conservative or Tories, if you like, Tory, Johnson, Cameron. If they just bother about protesting against them, why should you believe that they are politically informed when they're not? Or maybe they are, they're just playing a role. Because quite simply, they're not informed on what's going on. Or maybe they are, maybe they're not. But the simple fact is, they're hypocrites. I mean, if Boris Johnson, I mean, if there's an election and he wins, I'm not saying he will win, but if he wins and someone else wins, they're gonna carry on, you know, voicing their politics, their political opinions. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna carry on. I called this shit random decodes because I wasn't planning on. I didn't have plans today. I just wanted to do a live stream because I've not done it in a while. This is another example of contrived by the numbers. The Queen to help pay for 12 million Prince Andrew lawsuit, so settlement. I mean, I don't doubt for a minute that the elites carry out these kind of stuff, you know, paedophilia and that, or because it's one way to blackmail them. Jeffrey Epstein, he I suspect was Mossad. I mean, a lot of people it has been indicated he is Mossad. But my problem with the story is that this person here, I've seen her talk and I'm suspicious of her. That might alarm some people if I say that, but the fact that she never exposed Bill Clinton gives me alarm bells, because I mean, it's not just him. I mean, lots of people, not just Epstein, but lots of people are involved in this kind of thing because they are involved because it's all part of blackmail. Because blackmail is a way to control politicians, or to have dirt on them if they ever go online. But anyway, that's a different topic altogether. So like I say, I mean, look here. Take black democracy. You know, I've not decoded that word before, so I'm gonna go back to the calculator again. Democracy. Democracy, again. Democracy. 42, like Freemason 42. Huh. Masonic. It's a Masonic term, isn't it? 2 base ciphers. Freemason 42, Democracy 42, Freemason 48, Democracy 48. 156, the word. False flags 48, Democracy 48. Yeah, democracy can be considered a false flag because let me just put them all in. Yeah. So as I was saying, false flags 156, democracy 156. Now I think it's I think it's fair to call democracy a false flag because it feeds the idea that you have that we live in a democratic country, and these people are giving us the right to vote, giving us the right to protest, giving us a voice of opinions, giving us to do all the. But in reality, they're servants of the system. A bit like the Matrix, servants of the system. It's like they all got a program. They all. It's like the Matrix created an alphanumeric program for each politician, and they are programmed to carry out those instructions. And the best way to describe it is order, because they're just following orders. And the word order is 33, like masonry. They're just order followers. That's what Hugo. He's an order follower. He's just following orders from his handlers. They all have handlers. Because as Vladimir Lenin, I can't say it. Lenin, as Lenin said, Vladimir Lenin said, the best way to control us is to lead it ourselves. Control opposition. I mean, here's the I mean, it's quoted quite often. The best way to control the opposition is to lead it ourselves. Vladimir Lenin. Same old. It's the same thing in every country. I mean, I think the reality is there's no such thing as countries. What we have here, as someone once said, a facade of nations. Facade of nations. It's all one big club. That's what it is. No more greed. Again, back to that again. No more greed. No, we agreed 65, like the word pandemic 65. Oh, don't you just love it when don't you just love it when you find something that you would that you sometimes don't expect to find? No agreed equals 113. The notoriously deceptive number 113. The word mainstream is 113. Politics is 113. Bullshit is 113. Not true is 113. Queen own it all. Yeah, she is a lot. I mean, obviously, it's important to stress the Queen is not the ruler of United Kingdom. She is an agent, just like all the royals are agents. They're all agents of the new new world order, the Catholic Church, the Vatican. Undoubtedly, they follow orders. They all follow orders. They do. To me, above the royals are the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and all these banking families. Then you got another set of people that are above them, the papal bloodlines, as they call them, the papacy bloodlines. But ultimately, at the very, 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 very top, who are unseen, you didn't hear them. The priesthood. They're the ones that I think. I mean, there's the possibility that there's a supercomputer that's manipulated. There's a supercomputer that they use to carry out their numerical murders or numerical sacrifices, alphanumerical events. Supercomputer. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's how they do these things. A supercomputer. I mean, Dr. Savage said supercomputer, and few people have access to them. Probably the priesthood that have access to them. So imagine a supercomputer, and you're like, okay, who are we gonna sacrifice? And they probably type in a name, and it comes up with something. Say, oh look, he's got perfect numbers. And here's the date. We're gonna kill him off. A lot of cases they either kill him off or just fake their deaths. I think I'm running out of time, so Simon and King, so thanks for joining me. See you guys soon.